Hello, hello, we're live. Hopefully, we're all well and doing fine. Do let me know where you are watching from. Yeah, it's been a big day. It's been a long day. Let me just find this, make sure everything is working well and as it should be. That's all good there. Have we got sound? We have sound. Guys, hello, welcome. Amazon Live. Did you enjoy the live stream the other day from the quarry? The quarry, did you see that? I always talk about live streaming anywhere and live streaming with what you've got. But literally, we were in the middle of the quarry, in the middle of Wales, doing an Amazon Live. How amazing is that? Via the power of Starlink. Yeah, that's it. Elon Musk put his satellites up there, and we managed to get it. So we had a internet in the middle of nowhere, which was quite a feat in and of itself. And we were streaming a live 4x4 off-roading event, which was pretty neat, to be fair. I was pleased with it. Yeah, lots of mud and stuff going on around, which we like a bit of that. So if you are watching this on Amazon Live, then please do unmute. There we go, unmute. Unmute. Because it'd be a bit weird you're watching this on mute, because it'd just be an Englishman waffling on and talking absolute rubbish, which I can't promise you I'm not going to do that, but we will give it a go anyway. So let me know in the comment section where you are watching from. I'm going to talk about various different things that I use to live stream. I've been live streaming since just before the pandemic, when stuff started to go really weird and I knew we needed to be online, and it helped me transform my business into doing so as well. So if you are not following already, then please do. I don't know where the link is. It's in one of these corners. Click and follow. I don't get any of your data, but it just lets Amazon know that you enjoy this weird Yorkshireman talking about tech. And it means the next time I go live, you are notified of it. And it means you can stop what you're doing and rush straight here and watch me waffle on as well. Or I see we're clicking on stuff already. That's amazing. Now, in the carousel below will be a list of the stuff I'm going to talk about tonight. If you want any technical data or information about any of the products, please feel free to ask me. Or if you click on the link in the carousel, then there's lots of data on there as well. Now, I know a lot of us, when we're live streaming, doing our Zooms. Now, when I talk about live, I talk about live talking. What I mean by that is I'm talking about anything that's going live, even if that means standing on a box and presenting to a room that's going live, which is what I was used to. That's what I brought to the live streaming world, is my experience as a performer on stage. For those of you who know, I'm a stage hypnotist and I perform around the world, helping people cluck like chickens and bark like dogs. Hello, Ivan. How are you, sir? Please do feel free to follow. If you click the follow button, you get to see my monkey, Ivan. There you go. Believe it or not, there's actually people that come here just for the monkey. They don't come for the tech. They don't come for the chat. They come for the monkey. There we go. Ivan started following, so we can't not do it. Ivan, this is the purple monkey. If you have not seen my show, Ivan, this is actually a voodoo monkey, and many people come here just for him. So there you go. You've got your wave from the monkey. So let's get into it. Sorry, Ivan. A lot of us, when we're live streaming, when we're on Zoom, when we're on Teams meeting, when we're doing whatever it is, we tend to be sat at office desks with hard walls, laminate floors, and all that type of thing. Sound foam, it's in the carousel at the bottom. This stuff is awesome. As you can see here, you've got these diagonal shapes here. The sound hits that, bounces off that into there. It stops that weird echoey noise that you get from we all see it. People going live from the bedrooms or the laptops on the coffee table, and it's looking up the nose and the lighting's all terrible. A couple of these, I have mine at my office upstairs, kind of at head height here, and I have a roll this way and a roll that way. Couple of reasons. One, it looks cool. And I think that looks really cool. So when people come in the office, they see that and they go, "Oh, Grant knows what he's talking about. Look at that. What a great setup." But it means it sounds good as well. When you are live streaming, when you're on your Zoom meetings, when you're doing your stuff, audio is so important. people will watch a choppy screen. They will not put up with bad audio. So something like this just dampens that sound and stops it bouncing off everything. Here in this, let's say the room, this studio that I have here, I have curtains across that back wall. There's no window, it's just a brick wall, but I have curtains across that back wall. I've got fabric on the side here. I've got these up. All of this is to dampen that sound so that the audio quality is better for the user. Because, and again, this is taken from the stage days. When you're performing on stage, you don't want your speakers sounding horrible. The audience will just leave. It's exactly the same on a live stream. We all know, though, you know, when you're in a Zoom meeting and someone's got like a really cheap microphone and you're listening to it and it's like, oh, you just can't, it's painful. And that's where we get that Zoom fatigue from. So when you're doing this stuff, make sure that, you know, you can do everything you can in order to make that sound good. If you don't want to spend the money to buy the stuff, that's completely okay as well. Because what you can do is put loads of cushions out, get some rugs on the floor, some quilt covers, some blankets, just pad your room out, especially at this height here, because then that dampens that sound. And then as you go on, you can build up from there as well. So yes, if you have any questions about anything in the carousel, let me know. I will skip through loads of different stuff as well. Let me just show you this. I'm going to flick round here as well. I'll just show you this. See, I'm doing this. I wasn't prepared this. I was on another live earlier. It was a great live as well. Let me just switch to this camera. He says switch to that camera and he's not even plugged it in. The joys of live. As he swaps cameras as we go around. I hate touching stuff as we're actually live. So there we go. So the camera I'm using is a Canon M50 mirrorless. It's a great bit of kit. But one of the things I have for it, and let me just bring this around and show you. Dun, 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 you'll see it there. You'll see the curtains I was just on about as well. Bring this on screen. Just mute that because otherwise it goes weird. That's a Canon M50. What you'll see around it is this here is the small rig cage that's just in the carousel at the moment. I have that for a couple of reasons. One, again, I think it looks cool. It bulks the camera out a bit more and it gives you a bit more grip on it as well. So if you're out and about filming stuff, it makes it really great for that. What it also does, it gives you lots of little additional places that you can screw stuff into, an extra cold shoe mount here as well. And so all of this stuff, and most importantly, gives you extra protection on your camera. I take mine on the road with me, and I'm telling you, all sorts of times this stuff falling and banging and clanging. This makes sure that that's okay. The small rig one as well fits perfectly. It's just one thumb screw at the bottom, secures it in place, and all of the cables, all of the bits fit in there perfectly. And I'll also put this in a gimbal, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't affect the weight of the gimbal as well. So that's the small rig. It's a really great bit of kit, especially for the Canon M50. It's a slightly cropped camera is the M50. So this just gives it that bit more bulk. So when it's in the gimbal, it makes it look a bit more, you know, substantial, gives it a bit more weight to it, which I do quite like. A lot of people want to know about the lens that I'm using. I'm using the Pancake lens. This is a 22mm Pancake lens. The reason for that is, don't wrong, the kit lens that comes with the M50 is fantastic. But the reason why I've got this Pancake lens is I talk a lot about stuff and products, and it does this. Watch this. I think it's brilliant. So I'll bring that up there. The autofocus will pull up onto this plug here. Look at the detail on that plug now. But then look at the detail on my face. Look at that shallow depth of field. You were drawn to that plug like it's a thing of beauty. I'm not selling the plug, by the way, but watch the autofocus will come straight back onto me as well. So that adds an extra element of the production, I believe, to that in, you know, by itself. So that's the 22mm Pancake lens. That was an add-on. I had this particular camera with the kit lens for about a year before I upgraded the lens because I just wanted to just fine tune it a little bit more. And as with everything when it comes to stuff like this, especially live streaming, start where you are with what you've got and then just build up until you get something that you're really pleased with. I'm always looking at ways of tweaking and fine tuning. I've got myself a big telly over there, which is going to go there. I quite like the idea of a big telly there. Not stuck to the wall, because as you know, that's not a real wall. It is a fake wall. It will take nothing weight-wise, but on top of one of the flight cases. Because I think it'd be nice to just have some brand in there as well. So yeah, the 22mm pancake lens, it gives you that shallow depth of field. And let's say you're on a Zoom meeting. You know, when you look through those windows, you got all those boxes. All of those boxes, it just looks a bit like naff. You got so many people that have got magnolia walls, pale skin, looking tired, bags under their eyes, all angled wrong because they've got the laptop on the coffee table. So you're in a Zoom meeting, you want to be the one that pops. So people look through all those people and go, oh, he or she knows what she's talking about. Because if you look professional, you're halfway there. Perception is all about that. So a nice lens, a nice camera. You don't have to spend all this money. You can get yourself an external webcam. But let me just, for the purposes of demonstration, I'm not doing it to show off. I'm just doing it just to show you. Now, the computer I'm using to run this live stream, BeLive software as well, by the way, but the computer I'm using to run this live stream is a MacBook Pro. It is not a cheap bit of kit. It is a solid, top of the range MacBook Pro. That's what I'm using. The problem is that the top of it is about that big. It's tiny. So what that means is, let me just go into my BeLive software now and just bring up an extra camera, because we can have a few of them. And I'm going to show you the inbuilt, and there's nothing wrong with this. This is just the difference between the inbuilt camera. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You are now seeing me. That is the webcam, the camera that comes with the MacBook Pro that's in there as well. Perfect for you starting out, but that's what it looks like when you see people on Zoom. That's what it looks like. Color's not brilliant. It is what it is. It's a great MacBook. I love my Mac products, as you know. It's a great MacBook. But let's put this side by side now, just to show you the comparison of why we do it. Look at that difference. And again, the one on your right hand side, that's okay to start there. But as you develop on, look at that. The one on the left, the color, the contrast, the depth, it's easier to watch. Watching the one on the right, it's not as easy. And look at the you know, the way that it handles fast movement. Exactly, it makes such a difference. And that's it when you're on let's say you're doing a presentation. Let's say you've got to do your end of month KPIs. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. There we go. Back again. Let's say you're doing your end of month KPIs report and you've got to do some spreadsheets and all that lot. Do you want to see a rich, deep, good sounding, well lit feed? It's easier to buy into. Guys, if you are watching this as well, please do feel free to hit that comments and hit the follow button as well. And please do unmute. I always find it weird that we have some people watching this on mute. Why would you watch an Amazon Live on mute? I have no idea. But please unmute and follow. Or let's just try this out as well. This is a new one. I like that. I do like that as well. Oh, and I like that one as well. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's Kim. You are following Kim. You are star Kim. The monkey salutes you, Kim. There we go. And you get a little wiggle off him as well. You have to check out YouTube to find out what the monkey does. That's it gets a bit weird. Let me just do this. I know we are actually currently live, but I'm just playing around with something, which I like to do, just to make sure everything is cool. So there we go. So yeah, thank you for the follow, Kim. And hopefully you're not watching on mute. Kim, let me know where you're watching from. Where in the world are you right now? And what are you doing? What time is it? So that's the pancake lens. It's about where you are and just slowly improving it as you go along. And this is how I learned this tech stuff. When I started live streaming, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. Some people would say I still don't. But do you know what? By learning little bits I kind of went, I didn't like how it sounded, so I got myself an external microphone. I didn't like how it looked, so I got myself, in fact, a lie. I got different lights, then I got the coloured lights, then I got the backdrop, then I got the external microphone, then I got, and I just keep building it up. And by doing so, you kind of fine tune it, you tweak it, and you go, that's why I've got that. That's why it works. I'm just going through my carousel now because I've not put it in any particular order whatsoever, because that would mean planning ahead. What about audio interface for mic? At the moment, I'm using the Shure. Do you know what? Let's show you. I just use the Shure SM7. It's a USB and XLR microphone, which I find works fine. I do have, there we go, let's pop it up there as well. I do have an Allen and Heath desk for that. But because I'm not doing podcasts, now bearing in mind audio is so important for me as well. Look at that. Because I'm not doing, how cool is that, Ivan, by the way? How cool is that? So here's the microphone. I got the SM7 because it's XLR and USB. So for me, I want stuff that's just quick and works instantly. Because it's the USB, I don't have to have loads of technical audio knowledge. However, if I want to plug it in XLR and really fine tune the sound, so if I was doing a hypnosis recording, I would probably run it through my Allen and Heath desk. Now, you can have some different bits of kit for that. That's probably my next thing to buy. But I wanted to get the lighting right. But this SM7, I think, works absolutely fine. And this is a USB microphone and XLR as well. But it's got, look at these little lights on the top here. I'm impressed by anything that lights up or beeps a lot. So that shows me my level indicator. So as I'm talking to you now, I can actually see the levels there. I know if I get too close and it starts to peak, I know I need to back off a little bit. You can use the software within this as well to fine tune it. In fact, you know what? By the power of everything. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save that for another one. But I'll go into the software and show you that as well. Now, this wasn't my first USB microphone, but I do absolutely love the sound of this as well. This is a mid-range USB/XLR microphone. When I'm on stage, I use a Shure mic, and I like the look of this. I just have it on a little mic stand in front of me here, and it's got that nice, rich sound to it. And with the software that it comes with, you can really fine tune it as well to just make it how you want it to be. If you want it crisper, if you want it brighter, if you want more depth, you can do all of those things without all the technical knowledge as well. I know on my sound desk, because I'm a live performer as well, I've got like a 12-channel Allen and Heath sound desk, which is a bit overkill. So I'm looking at getting one just for the live streams as well. Whilst we're talking about sound, do you know what? Let's go into my first upgraded external mic. It's in here somewhere. There it is. The first external mic I got was the Rode NT USB Mini. Look at that. It is a thing of beauty. This is the one, like I've just been to Wales doing a live stream down there. I was in the US a couple of weeks ago over there. This is the mic that goes on the road with me. It is solid. It is made of metal. It is a brick. It's got a good weight to it. Again, on the back, it's just USB-C. Let me just show you that. USB-C with a 3.5mm if you want to put your headphones in and listen to it as well. And it's got the Rode branding on the top. Let me just show you that when the autofocus grabs it. It's got the Shure branding on the top. So you can have it just appearing in the top or the bottom of your live stream and people know it's good. Again, this is really great with the Rode Connect software. What's really special about that is you can actually connect up to 4 of these Rode Connect microphones together, and the free software that it comes with gives you like a virtual Rodecaster Pro bit of kit. Now that, I believe, is really special. So you don't have to spend the absolutely loads of money. Yes, absolutely. So you don't have to spend loads of money to do that. You can get 4 of them, connect them all together, and you've got a full podcast studio at a fraction of the price without having to go up there. And again, it's about It's about starting where you are and then slightly improving. And that's what I did. So I still use this. And a lot of the stuff I have is multiple use because I use it and I want to still keep getting my use out of it. Speaking of which, the first external microphone I upgraded to is this one here. It is the Logitech StreamCam. The reason for this is, now bear in mind, in the pandemic, the price of these was ridiculous. But remember we were talking about the camera on the laptop, how it's a tiny little camera with a tiny little base in it. So look at this. Look at the size on the lens on that. You've got a decent size lens, stereo microphone, and look at the depth in there for the sensor. That is a unit. It comes with two options. One, a screw thread on the bottom, and one is like a little, in fact, there it is. The other one is like a little elbow thing, so you can just pop it on the top of your screen and do it that way. What's unique about this is with the software that this comes with, the Logitech software, you can actually record your videos in portrait as well as landscape. So if you're doing stuff for Instagram, for Reels, for TikTok, you can do that. It's got a great length cable on it, USB-C, and that is a great bit of kit. Again, if I'm traveling, this will go in my bag with me because sometimes I don't want to take, I was in St. Louis, which is a lovely place, but I didn't want to be taking my big camera out. So if I'm out and about, this is perfect for stuff like that. Also great for putting on a little mini tripod like this, pointing down and using it for any product demonstrations. Or if you've got to do like software stuff and you want people to see your hands and your movements that you're doing, it's great for that as well. Guys, if you are watching this, please do give me a follow. I don't get any of your data. It just lets Amazon know that you're enjoying listening to a Yorkshireman waffle on and waffle on about stuff as well. And please do feel free to jump in on the comments section as well. It's a bit quiet in the comments tonight, but then it was an impromptu live. It's always important to schedule ahead of time. So the Logitech software is great as well because you can add filters. You can add borders, you can add text, you can add a couple of different transitions in there as well. So it really is a great bit of kit. Going back to sound, this is pretty much a staple for a lot of live streamers, a lot of videographers at the moment, and that is the Rode Wireless Go. There we go. That's what it looks like. So what you've got is a transmitter and a receiver. Let me switch them on for you. You'll see there, what's really cool is, look, you got your levels on there, you got your battery indicator, that's all on there as well. That just, it'll either go on the cold shoe mount on the camera if I was recording video, or if I'm streaming, I'll talk to you about this in a minute, if I'm streaming, you need a different cable for it. But this can just clip on here like this, and that's your mic good to go. I tend to either put it inside that way, so it's just the Rode clip that you can see, a bit more subtle, or I like to put the lav mic on it just because I think it makes me look more professional, but it's up to you. The battery on these lasts forever. I can't remember the last time I charged these up. I use a little USB 4-port to charge these up. You've got the little cold shoe mount on the bottom there, which again, these clips are the perfect size to slide into the cold shoe mount, and they are great. The range on these is phenomenal as well. So, if you're streaming using your iPhone, which I'm a big fan of, to be fair. So let's say you're streaming with your iPhone. The camera quality on iPhones these days is exceptional. It really is a great thing to be. There we go. Just appeared in the carousel as if by magic. This is an iPhone 12. That's what I use to run this particular software, to run Amazon Live. The iPhone 12 gives you this great thing. It takes away that excuse that you've got for going live. A lot of people are nervous about presenting. A lot of people are nervous about going on video. A lot of people are nervous about going live. So they'll put barriers in their way. I used to be the same. I'm going to start live streaming when I just get a better this, once I get a better that, once I get a this, once I get a that. You don't need to. You've got a thing in your pocket with a fantastic camera quality on it. So you can literally get that out and start to stream. If you're at an event, a concert, in the park, walking by the canal, wherever you are, you can get your phone out. You can start to stream. You can start to record. You can create content wherever you are. I did it a few days ago in the middle of a quarry, in the middle of a forest, in the middle of Wales, just using an iPhone. And that is really special. Not only that, it runs everything else about your business, your messages, your social media. Do you know what? People can actually ring you on it as well. How weird is that? So everything to run a business that can actually generate a good second income or a substantial income, if you want to put your time in just the palm of your hand. It's an iPhone 12. It's not the latest one. I probably will be upgrading at some point, but you don't need to. But from the 12 onwards, the camera quality was just exceptional. Now, the reason why I say that is because, well, there we go, as everything just falls over here. What you need, the camera quality on it is brilliant, but, he says, the microphone, the further away you get from your iPhone, the more room noise it's going to pick up. That's where this cable comes in. This is the SC7. What you'll probably be aware of or not be aware of is when you get it and it comes in the box, it comes with this one. Black end to black end. You'll see there's 2 rings on that. Come on, wrinkly fingers. There's 2 black rings on that. That is basically video or audio. On this one, you've got, it's called a TRS to a TRRS. You'll see there's 3 rings on that. Because if you're plugging it into your phone or your MacBook on the headphone socket, those are generally expecting mic and sound. So you need this cable to convert it. You'll also need the little nubbin to take it from the Apple cable to the 3.5mm. But that's the cable that makes the difference. Once I got this, because I wanted to use it to stream with, once I first got this, I tried every different YouTube video, every different clip, every different workaround. And in the end, I spent the less than $11 and got the proper Rode SC7 cable in order to make it work. And it works perfectly fine as well. You'll see there I've got as well the different options for the extras on there as well. That's the Rode Interview Go. It's just basically a posh stick that the mic slides in the end of it there. So there's your transmitter. That then goes on there. And look, you've got yourself a proper microphone that you can interview people with. You can be like a sports commentator. That's what sport commentators do. So that is that. Again, I've got the lav mic as well, which I think is a great bit of kit. The Rode Wireless Go is it just works. And that's what a lot of this stuff's about. All of the products that I'm showing you at this moment in time are products that I've spent my own hard-earned money on. Nothing has been sent to me. This is about products that work. So yes, let's get in there as well. Again, if there's anything in particular you want to see in the carousel, let me know. We'll get through to that. We've talked about the audio, but let's talk about some of the video side of things, or let's talk about the lighting side of things. The lights that I've got currently over here, this is the Neewer softbox lights. Now, let me just show you what I mean by this. On stage, when you're doing any type of stage show, you always want to make sure you're the brightest thing on stage. You want to make sure you pop. If you blend into your background, it's harder for the eyes to focus on you, and it causes a fatigue and people get bored. If you're on stage or on a Zoom or doing a live stream, you want to make sure you contrast from the background and you are well lit. I'll show you this as an example, but whatever the brightest thing is on the screen, the eyes are naturally drawn to. So here's the softbox light, big bright light. There you go. You've seen it. See what I mean? Though your eyes are drawn to it. I have this particular light to do a job of filling in and creating this. You can see a line it creates there, and it fills in this light here as well. That's because without that light, this side of me would just blend in. Now I could do this stream as just one light shining forward, but when I first started streaming, I realized that having that type of light, you want to add some depth and some texture. Adding some shadows to the face makes it look more natural. But playing around with the lighting can change the whole feel and mood of your stream. I'm going to switch that light off just so you can see the difference that it makes. Now look how moody we've gone now. But look at this shoulder. This shoulder's pretty much disappeared now. It's so dark, it's disappeared. Can you please turn it off to show that? Ivan, that is a great comment, but which is exactly what I've just done. So yeah, so you get that where it's completely disappeared now. Look at all of this. Again, moody. If you wanted to go for that type of look, then you could do that. But yeah, I should also say as well, I've got my key light here shining down. I have this at a 45-degree angle, and I have the fill light at the back slightly behind. Let me pop it back on as well for you. There we go. You see, everything is back to normal, as if by magic. And yeah, and that's the difference that lighting makes. Lighting is probably more important than your camera. It can really set the mood, help you pop on screen as well, which makes a big difference indeed. So yes, Ivan, thank you for that as well. So yeah, so that's the Neewer softbox light. The softbox light is good because it is a soft light. The light is diffused into that box, that square that we saw, and you can adjust the intensity on the back as well, so you can play around with it. I'm looking at maybe getting some coloured RGB lights to just play around for some other stuff that I do as well. So yeah, that's they come in a pack of 2, and they come with a carry case. I'll be honest, the actual carry case I've never used. The lights are set up; they stay here. I wouldn't like to be traveling around with all the lights and everything. I have got the Neewer 18-inch ring light, which is in here somewhere. There it is. Now, let me show you the ring light. Now, bear in mind, it's just a big ring light, but I'll show it you just so you know that it's here. But it'll also show you the position that I have the lights in, because I think how your studio is set up makes a big difference. I'll show you that in comparison to where the monitor is there as well. So let me pop this up on screen. There you go. You can see that is just to my left here. But what's great is it's got a really, really sturdy stand. The on and off switch is just there. But look at these 2 dials just within reach here as well. So if I wanted to really turn that up, make it duller, brighter, let's just let's go a bit darker there. If I want to go a bit more moody or not go moody, we can really play around with that. And it does make a big difference. I like to try and make sure everything within the studio is all within reaching distance, so I can touch and play around with everything. Because, when you're live, anything can happen. Anything does happen. I've had power cuts in the middle of a stream. You've got to be able to be prepared to think on your feet. And if everything is within adjustable distance, it is a great place to be. So there we go. I'll bring that off there again. So yes, that's the Neewer 18-inch ring light. It's got a cold shoe mount in the middle. So if you wanted to add a shotgun mic in there, you can do. If you want to add a second camera up there as well, you can absolutely do that as well. And guys, as well, if you are watching, please do give this stream a follow. It lets the powers that be think that you're enjoying the stream from this Yorkshireman. A great tool for presenting, and it doesn't matter whether you are presenting on a stream like this or if you are in a room talking to a group of people, however you want to do it, is an iPad. This is an iPad mini. There's an Apple iPad in the comment section, in in the carousel. Why are these a great tool? Here's the thing. In the olden days, people had index cards to help them keep their spot where they were. If you're going through your index cards and you lose your space, you're knackered. Those cards can go out the window. You could do, and this is what I do, I use a lot of Apple products, so I can set my notes up on my main computer, and if I wanted to, I could have them on my phone. But here's the thing, psychologically, if someone's presenting to you with their phone here and looking at their phone, you think that they're being rude. You think they're on their social media at the same time. People don't like that. And not only that, it's only a smallish screen, so your eyes are going to be squinting and you're not focused on the audience. One of the most important things for a presenter is to really engage with the audience. Look at everybody in the eye, which is why it's so important to have your camera at eye level as well. So you're not looking up or looking down. You want to engage with your audience. You want them to feel like it's a conversation. This is me talking to you. That's what's going on here. So an iPad has a different feel to it than a phone, because this feels like I have got up-to-the-date information right here. And I have. So I can have my show notes on this iPad. And even if Tina T, you've made it. Tina T or Ivan, meet Tina T or Rising Siren. She is the head of the Purple Army. So yes, she's an absolute star in the live streaming community and a fantastic singer as well. So yes, did you see the live stream from In the Quarry the other day, Rising Siren? It was muddy, cold, and wet. But I was only on for a short amount of time because it was hard work being outside at that time. So yeah, so this is a great bit of kit. You can have your notes on here as well, but because we see so many game show hosts, news presenters, all of these people have these in their hands when they're doing streams now. It doesn't feel rude. It does feel like the right thing to do. And what's cool is it gives that impression that you've got the latest up-to-date information to hand here as well. What's really cool, and as if by magic, Grant, I'm only going by my Amazon username these days for just boss. Rising Siren. Your Sunday name. So yes. So where are we here? So a great bit of kit that goes with this, and every presenter should have in their kit box, is this. Yes, it did look to be in order. Do you know what? We were using Starlink for the internet, which I thought was really cool. One of the guys bought an old army truck, fitted a 9-meter mast to it, and had the Starlink on the top. So he's got Starlink mobile, but we were getting like upload speeds of like 200 meg in the middle of a quarry. So anyway, this turns your Apple Lightning cable into a HDMI cable here as well. So why is that important? That means you can, if you're watching a movie on your phone, you can plug this in, HDMI cable, you can watch it on the big screen. If you're a presenter and you get to your venue, you can have whatever's going on your iPad then become part of your presentation. And as if by magic, we'll do this whilst we're live just to show you. Put that on camera 2. Just bring this up here, pop that over there. So that is now on there. So if I was going to go into this, I could show you this as a demonstration. I always use this one. I should actually add some more images to this for that. But I could then do my presentation using this iPad as we are talking on. There we go, you see. Have you seen that, Rising Siren? How posh is that? So in fact, let me just change the theme on this as well. See how that looks. we're doing this again whilst we're live. Let's have a bit of purple just for Rising Siren because she is the queen of the purple armor. There we go. So yes. So on this, you could then use your iPad to do your presentation. So you could talk about, let me just unmirror that, sorry. It's a great thing with this software. It enables you to kind of do some really cool stuff. So you can really zoom in. So let's say we wanted to talk about the black and white plane wedding show. You can kind of do that as well. So again, that's using the iPad with that little converter nubbin to enable you to do your presentation. Brilliant. Make a screenshot face. Is that a good enough screenshot face? Don't screenshot our face, please. Oh, don't. A friend of mine came on to do me some new headshots the other day. And he's like, oh, if you're going to do some YouTube thumbnails, then you need to pull some silly faces. And he started pulling loads of silly faces. And then I pulled loads of silly faces, taking the mick out of him. And then he photographed them. And there's some really awkward ones. So, yes, brilliant. So, yeah. That is using that. I lost my place now. This is what you do to me, Rising Siren. You cause me to get all flustered all the time. So where are we up to? Let's talk about mini tripod. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a Manfrotto. How do you say it? I have a big tripod here with the camera on, but this one is the one that gets the most use. 12.5-inch extends to 24-inch. You've got these anti-slip feet on here as well. Do love that autofocus. Adjustable. But this is great for, I can put this on my desktop and it keeps the camera at eye level. So it looks like we're talking into each other's eyes. We're having that conversation. Talking to you, Rising Siren. Looking you in the eyes, direct eye contact, building engagement. So it's great for that. Also great for, if you're traveling, as you know I do, fits in my cabin bag. That's how small it is. Fits in the cabin bag. So when I get to my destination, I've got a tripod there as well. I thought I got a good screenshot, but it disappeared. Either your funny face is hiding somewhere on my laptop now or just out of the universe. The universe did it. It's always the universe's fault. But if I get to a venue and I still want a full-size tripod, I can extend that out. And most venues that I work at, I've got a cabaret table or something I can put that on, which gives me that height anyway, so it works perfectly. Again, for the stream I just did the other day in Wales in the Quarry, this was set up in the media hut. So I've got a desk here, my computer's here, but then it's all open at the front and I can look into the arena. This is set up next to my MacBook with the camera on, and I can just swivel it around as the action starts to happen on screen as well. Different colors, alloy metal as well. It's a nice bit of kit. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Again, if you are watching, please do give me a follow. It's always interesting to know where people are from as well. I also talk about the importance of cables. We've got lots of cables in the carousel as well. But yeah. Should we talk about the camera? Do you want to see it? I'll show it you. Well, you've seen it. I've already showed it you. But let's just pop it back up again. There we go. That is the... Oh, it'll help if I actually put that on screen. Sometimes I don't listen to myself. That is the Canon M50. Great camera. It's just a great camera. If you want to take it out and take some photos, it's great for a snapper camera. If you want to record video, shoot B-roll or live stream, it's great. And do you know why it's great for live streaming? Again, you can just come straight out the USB out into the computer. You don't need any capture cards or anything like that. It just works perfectly straight out of the box using the Canon Utilities app. It's a really great bit of kit. Let me show you some other stuff that I think you'll quite like. This, as you're aware, is the Atem Mini Pro. The Atem is isn't it different? It's a little bit different, that, isn't it? Catherine, thank you. Your setup is insane. Well, I mean, it's not. It's getting there. It's nice to. In fact, there. Look at that, Catherine. We aim to please, Catherine. So that is the Philips monitor. So at the event that I've just done, this monitor is great for seeing all the different feeds that are coming in. So we've got like people in the forest racing their cars, all that stuff's going on. We've got the different camera feeds coming in. What's really cool is I split that between the HDMI switcher as well as cameras coming into the BeLive software that I use as well. So it gives me a great vast selection of different cameras. Cameras in the arena that are hardwired into me. Then we have people in the forest on their phones, their iPhone 12s, streaming back to me in the software, and then that goes out as well. You know, that's the sweater you were wearing when I told you the news at 7 months. Yes. Oh, well remembered. I quite like this one. It's like a little ribbed sweater. So it makes it look like a muscly. Like I have good shoulders in this sweater, but it's just a sweater. It's not really me. I don't go to the gym half as much as I should do. As you know, well, I say as you know, I don't know why I'd say that. You know what I mean, Rising Siren? Distracting me again. I don't know. So yeah, really great monitor. When we take it to the Welsh 150, it is pole mounted, nice flat screen, Philips, great contrast on it. So even in like the bright light situations, it enables you to see what's going on the screen and then bring it up. It works really good. I have to snag the video from that night before it disappears. Yes, you do. Yes, that's when you distracted me. You're always trying to catch me off guard on my streams. So let me show you the Atem Mini. It's a great bit of kit, really powerful bit of kit as well, that just enables to just level up a little bit. I actually saved one of your screenshots from the Bridgerton quote the other day. What was it? There's a great bit. Do you know what? Just what can't speak, can't lie. Let's find it. It is in here. He says, is it? There we go. That is, yeah. What is it to truly admire a woman, to look at her and feel inspiration, to delight in her beauty so much so that all her defenses crumble, so that you would willingly take on any pain, any burden for her, to honor her being with your deeds and words. Yeah, I thought that was a wonderful bit of poetry writing. I've not watched Bridgerton myself. I'll be tempted to after reading that. My Yorkshire accent does not do that any justice whatsoever. So anyway, the Atem Mini. There we go. It is a multiple HDMI switcher unit. I've lost my Amazon Live app now as I was looking through my photos for that then. There we go. It is a multiple HDMI switcher unit. Basically, you can have 4. You should. The writing is so good. Yeah, I've heard lots of people talking about it. 4 HDMI units. So let's say you got 4 HDMI cameras. If you had to buy 4 capture cards, you're pretty much on your way to paying for this already anyway. So you don't need those capture cards. What I tend to use with this as well is I'll have, let's say, 3 cameras and 1 HDMI input from either the iPad like you've just seen or my MacBook. So if we're doing like presentations where we've got stuff on the big screen, I'll have the output from my MacBook HDMI going into one of those HDMI inputs so we can do the videos and everything else as well. Transitions can all happen on this screen as well. So let me just show you one of the transitions. I would just look on this button here. I can adjust the time. So we've turned that to 2 seconds. We've got it on mix and watch it just fade over now. There we go. A thing of beauty. Let's just fade it back. There we go. You can do different fades, different transitions. You can do a slide, you can do a mix, you can do a whatever that one is, you can do whatever that one is. But I like the mix one. I think the mix one's the best one. There you go. And that's all happening in the unit itself. So I do think it is a great bit of kit. On the back of it, I've got HDMI out. Because it's the Pro, I can go to the monitor like you've just seen there, and that gives me the multi-view. So that gives me the camera feeds, the audio feeds, the media player, and all that stuff. And you can kind of team it up with the Stream Deck, and it makes it into a really powerful bit of kit as well. Now, if you're just starting out live streaming, you don't need anything like this. I use this mainly for live events when we're out there doing stuff as well. So we'll have like big screens as well as live streaming out to that there internet as well, to various groups and pages for the motorsport. If I'm at a conference and we're kind of live streaming the conference, again, this is used for putting the speakers on the big screen as well as then going out as well. Like hybrid meetings is a really popular thing at the moment, and these are great for hybrid meetings. Now, hybrids where companies are, they're having their conference, their workshop, their trainings, but they don't still want to bring everybody in. They still want to kind of keep some people, back, or they're worried about COVID or whatever else. So it enables people to join in via Zoom or Teams or whatever platform they're using and use this as well. So I'm a big fan of that. So, guys, where are we at? I am going to call it a night tonight. I've really enjoyed myself tonight. You guys have been good fun. Rising Sound, great to see you again. I will be back. What day are we on today? Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow night. Around about the same time. I'm going to schedule it once we're finished here as well. It'll be great to see you again. Like I said, please do give me a follow if you're watching and not following. If you're lurking, like why you would lurk on an Amazon Live, I don't know. If you're just like waiting in the corner for permission to join in, then feel free to join in. We are a friendly bunch. Ivan, thank you very much. It was a quiet one tonight. Ivan, meet Rising Siren. She is a legend in the live streamers. She's on everyone's live stream. She's absolutely great. Rising Siren Ivan is a fantastic guy from Be Live, which is some stuff we're doing, which is really cool. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm going to shoot off now. I'm going to make myself a cup of Yorkshire tea and get ready. Salutations, Ivan. There you go. You see, Ivan, you have made a new friend, and she is a true star, queen of the Purple Army. So from me, from Rising Siren, from Ivan, and from the Purple Monkey, I'm going to say good night, God bless, and take care. And I shall see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.